Hey there, my wonderful friends. Welcome back to our channel. First, I want to thank you all for your amazing support. Reading your comments and seeing how excited you are about learning inspires me to keep going. So let me ask you this. How comfortable are you speaking English in your daily life? Do you find it easy, or is it something you're still working on? Let me know in the comments below.
Hi, John. How are you doing today?
Hey, Sophia. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Today's topic is something I think everyone can relate to: English conversation skills. So, Sophia, do you enjoy speaking English?
Well, John, I enjoy it now, but it wasn't always like that. I used to feel nervous every time I had to speak in English, especially with native speakers. What about you?
Oh, I can totally relate. I remember the first time I had to speak English in front of a group of people. It felt like my brain froze. I kept worrying about my grammar and pronunciation.
Yes, exactly. It's like your mind starts playing tricks on you, making you think you're not good enough. But over time, I realized that it's okay to make mistakes.
Absolutely. Speaking of mistakes, I once said I am boring when I meant to say I am bored. The person I was talking to started laughing, and I couldn't understand why.
Oh no, that's such a common mix up. But honestly, those moments are what make learning fun. I've had my fair share of awkward conversations too. One time I was at a cafe, and instead of saying, "Can I have a napkin?" I said, "Can I have a nap?"
That's hilarious. But you know what? Mistakes like that make you memorable. People usually appreciate the effort, even if you say something wrong.
Exactly, John. And the more you speak, the more you realize that it's not about being perfect, it's about connecting with people.
Totally agree, Sophia. Speaking of connecting with people, do you remember the first time you had a full conversation in English?
Oh, yes, I do. It was with a tourist who asked me for directions. At first, I panicked, but then I managed to explain where they needed to go. Afterward, I felt so proud of myself.
That's amazing. My first conversation was with a classmate who didn't speak my native language. We both struggled, uh, but it was so rewarding when we finally understood each other.
It's such a confidence boost when you realize, hey, I can do this. And it's not just about the words, it's also about body language and tone.
Exactly. Sometimes a smile or a friendly gesture can say more than words. I've noticed that even when I forget a word, I can still get my point across with gestures or by describing what I mean.
Yes. And I think that's something people often forget. You don't have to know every word. For example, if you forget the word refrigerator, you can say, the cold place where we keep food.
That's a great example. I've done that so many times, and honestly, people are usually very understanding.
Absolutely, John. And I think another important thing is to just enjoy the process. I used to get frustrated when I couldn't find the right words, but now I see every conversation as an opportunity to learn.
Same here. Every conversation teaches you something new, whether it's a word, a phrase, or even just the confidence to keep trying.
Exactly. Speaking of new things, have you ever noticed how different people have unique ways of expressing themselves?
Oh, yes, definitely. Like I once heard someone say, let's call it a day, and I had no idea what it meant. Later, I found out it means to stop working or end the day.
Yes, idioms like that can be so fascinating. One that confused me for the longest time was break a leg. I thought it was something bad, but it actually means good luck.
That's a good one. English has so many phrases that don't make sense at first, but once you understand them, they're fun to use.
Exactly. And the best way to learn them is by talking to people, watching movies, or even reading books.
So true, Sophia. And let's not forget how important listening is. Sometimes just listening carefully can teach you a lot about pronunciation and sentence structure.
Yes, I used to watch interviews and repeat sentences after the speakers. It helped me improve my accent and sound more natural.
That's a fantastic method, Sophia. And you know what else helps? Having a conversation partner. Do you have someone you practice with regularly?
Yes, I do. I have a friend who's also learning English, and we practice together. It's great because we correct each other and share new words we've learned.
That's amazing. I think having a partner makes the process so much more enjoyable. And if you don't have a partner, you can always talk to yourself or record your voice.
That's a great idea, John. I used to feel silly doing that, but it actually helped me a lot.
Exactly. It's all about finding what works for you. At the end of the day, the key is to keep practicing and have fun with it.
Well said, John. And to everyone watching, remember, you're doing great. Every step you take brings you closer to fluency.
That's right. Thank you for spending your time with us today. If you found this conversation helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
And let us know in the comments, what's the biggest challenge you face when speaking English? We'd love to hear your stories.
Thanks again, everyone.